It's the city of rock and roll, and this place sure is a rockin' as they await the start of this one. We're here at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think
getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The broken tackle couldn't create a ton of space. He'll be taken down just beyond the 35-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Steps away. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. And, Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards. He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Browns are on the board first here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Now the Bengals make their way out on offense for the first time, led by their fifth-year quarterback out of LSU, Joe Burrow.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week.
Open man is Chase, complete.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Here's Burrow. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
And we're talking about the league's most dominant defenders. Garrett's name always is one of the first ones to come up, and for good reason. He's the reigning Defensive Player of the Year, and he has a sight set on another big campaign.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Well, we may not see it behind the big play sheet that they like to use, but I'll bet there's a big grin on the defensive coordinator's face. A corner blitz, what we often call a cat blitz. Usually they disguise it, Brandon. You're up on a receiver. It looks like you're going to bump and run with him, press coverage, and then he just takes off straight for the quarterback, and someone comes behind him to pick up the receiver.
And as a former member of the secondary, it makes you happy too, doesn't it?
I can't lie about it. I've got a big grin on my face, too. That was a heck of a play, a heck of a call.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. He's got Njoku over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Here's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second from Cleveland, it's the Browns in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Looking to throw. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
The Bengals offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. And his numbers are superior to the rest of his peers at this point in the season.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
Right back to Moss.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. So this is where a defense can really pin back its ears, bring it all, sell out to stop the run. This time, it'll earn them 2 points.
They definitely guessed right here. A run blitz all the way, and that's a bad feeling for a running back when he knows he's got to at least get it over the goal line. But all he sees are opposing jerseys.
Prochet on the return.
So here are the Browns to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 42.
He'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku.
Look at the big fella go.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 48 yards.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And out now, here come the Bengals.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
Now it's Burrow. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Zadarius Smith in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They go play action with Burrow.
And he will find his man Chase complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From midfield now, Burrow. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Burrow will throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Now it's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a first down. Now Chubb running right. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Back to throw, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Still on his feet.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that trims the lead down to 9. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Watson.
Right back to Njoku.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Again, it's Watson. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2.
To throw is Watson. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Back to throw again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year.
And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
They'll run the screen with Moss.
A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
Burrow looking to pass. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Here we go. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently second in the NFL at this point of the season.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
And connects quickly to Jamar Chase.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Now Burrow. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's to the 15, and he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
Burrow now off the bootleg. Now the ball comes loose.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Trenton Irwin.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And this is picked up by the Browns.
Well, that two-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people that can't see this, but you've got a ball in your hands now, and you've got the thing locked in pretty well. You've got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. It makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe.
The Browns offense and their quarterback Deshaun Watson set to take over once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Watson hooking up with Cooper there for the Cleveland first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, following that sack, Watson and the Browns backed up for a 3rd and long.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here's Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Burrow.
Connecting on the out route here with Higgins.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Grant Delpit in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest.
Now Burrow loses the football.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's more on the return. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Chubb.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They run it again with Chubb. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Watson. This is Akins hauling in the short pass. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
2nd down and a yard.
From the gun, here's Watson. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 24-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Chubb will get the call, running left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb.
His 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Taking it right down Broadway. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Bengals. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
They begin this drive with Chubb, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Watson now to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Operating from the gun, Watson. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now it's Watson. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. They go up the middle with Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And again, it's Chubb. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. As we check out the league leaders in passing yards, you can see he's right up there among the best in the NFL at this point in the season. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing, Burrow. That's complete to Chase. He's across midfield. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Jamar Chase.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase.
74 yards.
And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he will have a Browns 1st down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Second and 11.
A give running right is Chubb. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
And the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Cleveland, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they dip to 2-5 now with the loss, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.